Hi everyone, how are you? We are back with Anvita. How you going, Anvita? All good?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah. November is finally over, so I'm excited about it. As we were
Yes,
talking. Yeah.
yes.
Hi, everyone.
Today we are going to give you an insight with the astrology from Anvita's part and the tarot from my side with what to expect for December.
Yeah.
So looking
Yeah.
forward to
So,
that.
yeah, let's start with what happened for us in November. So, for me, I guess it was as we were talking, because we always talk before our video starts, that what was there for November. For me, November was exactly how I predicted, or we predicted in October, start of the year, start of the month. For me, it was a lot of going back, reviewing. A lot of self-worth issue came up for me. There was like, because Mercury was retrograde, I can feel that there was a lot of reflection, reviewing. um, there was this inner shuffling happened for me. And I feel Anvita start of the month and Anvita now are two different people with a lot which came up for me internally. Externally, it was not at that much as compared to October. October, externally, lot of things happened which shifted, uh, which were beyond my control. But November, it was more like I was able to reflect on the things which were happening. So I will not say it was in my control, but I knew that this is happening for me to reflect on this particular issue. And some of the issues which were start of the year that came up for me in November. So how was that the same for you, Zinnia? How was it for you?
Yeah, for me, again, I'm on this journey of discovering myself from
Mm,
an emotional level, also to be
mm,
able to support my clients that I am currently coaching. And yeah, it was a lot of the retrogrades hit me pretty hard, where I really had to take time for myself and reflect. So yeah, so I've come up with new strategies where I can become more and more the observer of what's happening around me and within me as well. So I understand why it's coming and what can I do about it when I'm feeling it. I mean, at some point one day I was in the car with my children and they were talking about a video game and I'm driving in the car, so I'm only paying half attention to that. And this energy came into my body and was really stuck around this area, was making me really feel sick. And I was like, wait a minute, is this mine or is it not mine? Like so being able to start feeling those shifts, I'm very proud of myself because then I was like, wait a minute, what is this? Like I don't understand what it is. So, and it's not serving me right now. So just go. So I came home, I did my grounding and my things, and it was gone. But a
wow.
lot of people, what happens is they feel this energy, they can't name it, and then they attach it to something that it might not be, and then it escalates.
Mm, 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 mm.
Can escalate with negative thoughts, doubts, anger, whatever, start yelling at the children, whatever it is. And I'm like, wait a minute, so because that's the reality as well in the work I do, where people need to realize that a lot of the time you are picking up and carrying someone else's energy. It's not even yours. So yeah, it was an interesting month. That was a very interesting month. Look, I don't wish it upon anyone to be honest, because it was hard.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely. And as we were talking, I do feel that astrology and cards, it's really good in a way that, it's like the energy is there on the earth. And now what we do with this energy, right? You can be present with that energy and see how it is shifting things on you, because that's the only way I believe that of only way of the universe to push us or align us to the higher purpose. Because on this earth, I always say earth is like a lolly shop. There's so much distraction that you just forget why you are here, what's your purpose, where you are going. So that's the only way I feel through astrology, the universe can talk through us and push us. So the planets are not there to destroy us. They are there because the earth is absorbing those energy. We are absorbing. And now what we do with this energy, we can lash out at people, blame the other person, lash out at ourselves why it is happening. We want a better, we want always to be happy and joyful. We can be joyful in those energy as well. Oh, I don't want to deal with what is happening externally to us. I want to control everything. But all these things I feel is an illusion, so it distracts us from our purpose. So that's the only way, because on earth we are living in a conditioned world where we are not even living our life, we are living somebody else's life, somebody else's story, which is told to us since we were young. Like, someone said, oh, you have to go from here to here, and that's the only path, there's no other path. Now, how would universe talk to us and tell us, well, you have a different path? No one is born with the same path. So that's the only way. So I don't see, there's nothing to fear about astrology, or any astrology, bad or good. There's nothing to fear. Just being aware that it is there for us. These energies are there for us to align us to our purpose, to our soul growth. And what that is, I feel, is the very big reason we are here. Yes, to experience the life on earth and have all the lollies which we could, which is present on this earth. But with that, how do we also do our soul's work? So no month is bad, no month is good. They're all just there for us. So should we start with December?
Yes, absolutely. Let's go
Okay.
for it.
So when I was doing the December forecast, I realized there's not many alignments. There's not much Uranian energy. So it's like going to be I feel it's a relaxed month. It's a holiday season. So I think the planets are really going to take easy. They're like, okay, relax, guys. You have done a lot of work this year. Like, this year has been huge personally and globally for a lot of people. So I feel December is going to be an easy month. So what I'm going to do, like last month, I really like dividing the month into 4 weeks, which is a really good way of seeing what the energies are in that week. So with no Uranian energy, Plutonian alignments, which were happening past few months, but I'll not say it's going to be quiet and slow and too gentle. This is going to, because it's the ending of this year, right? So this is going to be a threshold month, like this, the bridge between the two words, you know, the place where past year says, are you going to come with the old story, or you have really learned something? Or are you ready for the new one, which is going to be next year? So we will be asked, we need to talk about our life choices. So let's start with week one, right? What is there? So week one, Venus is entering into Sagittarius. So it is moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius. Full moon in Gemini. So today, we are making this video on December 1. So Venus has entered into Sagittarius. So it was in Scorpio. So last month it was in Scorpio, and Scorpio Venus can be really, really heavy in relationship. It can be a bit possessive. It can be a lot of shadows come out in relationships, and our love life and the way we love. So Venus, and this is going to be a Sagittarius month. Sagittarius, we all know it's an excitable, bird's eye view, adventurous. I love Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is one of my favorite signs. So when Venus enters Sagittarius, suddenly our heart is not feeling that down and heavy, wanting to do the shadow work. It just wants to be flirty. It just wants to enjoy. It just wants freedom for ourselves. So that is the Venus. So this desire is not subtle. Venus is Sagittarius is wanting adventure, laughter, which comes from our belly, conversation that stretch our soul. So Venus is in Sagittarius is beautiful. It's hope, faith, it still believes in magic. So after Scorpio, Venus is really a good change. So think about it like this friend saying, let's go for an adventure. You have been too long at home. So let's go and have an adventure, right? So at the same time in that month, but as Venus enters Sagittarius today, I don't know if you feel I'm feeling it. I'm just very happy today. After a long month, suddenly I'm feeling better. Mercury and Saturn are also going direct. So they were in retrograde for a month or something. So now they are going direct in water sign. They went direct last week. So they are inviting us for clarity where there was confusion, right? So it's like our Wi-Fi signal is turned on again after going buffering for a few weeks. It's like, yes, clarity. Nice to see you again. It was very confusing, but so it's like, yeah, it's like our Wi-Fi turned on with all these planets, Venus suddenly out of Scorpio, Saturn and Mercury. It started from last week. I don't know if you have been feeling this. I have been feeling this. So it's like universe is giving us a rope, let's, and now you can swim. I don't know if you're feeling this. So after this, while this is happening, one side, there's full moon, which is happening on the 4th of December, which is in Gemini. So Gemini, we all know it's a talkative sign. We always say it's a chatterbox. It wants to know everything, connect with everyone. It is a very, very chatty energy. Now the moon is in Gemini. So it's electric, it's a bit of chattery, restless, hungry. So it's not doing the heavy work. It's like, oh, I want to talk. I want to get mentally stimulated. It's a very restless energy. Like there are 17 things I can do. So it's not a stable moon. It's a quick, bright, sharp, and curious moon, this full moon. But it's not grounded because there is sudden clarity. You want to talk about this clarity with everyone. You are like, oh my goodness, I think I know where I'm going. Everything is so clear. So now this full moon is saying, I want to talk about it. I want to share, like, this is not working. I want to tell you straight up. This is working. I want to tell you straight up. So this full moon is very, very restless. So now full moon is saying, are you speaking your truth or you are speaking just to hear your voice? Because you have been in the shadows for a long time. You just want to hear your voice or you actually want to hear your truth. So full moon can be this time, like the truth you have been circling around finally lands in you, but you may get too excited to share about it. You might overshare. Sometimes after when you get clarity, you want to tell everyone, this is what I believe in. You suddenly have this idea of your project. You have been like, I have this few ideas have been floating around, and suddenly I have last week, I feel that there is something which I am thinking about. Like I feel it is getting a bit concrete in my mind. And now I can get excited. Oh, I want to share with everyone. This is my amazing idea, right? Which I want to tell everyone. And this full moon is also squaring the north nodes. So what is happening? Your words matter more right now. So you might feel the pressure to speak, to explain, to decide, confess, reveal. But the universe is saying, slow down. Your perspective is shifting, but you actually don't have a picture right now, like full picture right now, because Gemini's ruler, Mercury, is in retrograde shadow of still Scorpio. So your mind is processing old information with new insight. So I would say for this full moon, don't send long emotional text. Do not confuse excitement with clarity. Do not post your realization and tell the entire world because before it's fully integrated in you. And well, we are in social media world. So don't fight with the strangers on the internet because you're too excited to talk about, what you believe in. So yeah, don't fight with strangers on the internet. So I would say this full moon, ask yourself, is the story you are telling still true for you? Not the story you told last year to your family, to keep the peace, to keep yourself safe, but tell, because your Gemini is chatty, talk to yourself and go inside of you, which is very hard for a Gemini full moon. It wants to talk to everyone else, but it can be very scattered as well. So you might feel that all these lights are turned on at once in this full moon, but please, please don't force clarity. Let it arrive, right? This is very, very important. Universe is handling you all these puzzle pieces. You don't have to solve the puzzle today. Pieces are arriving in this point. So you have entire some time to solve the puzzle to create the full picture. So that is my week for you. A foggy start, which clears with a bold truth in Gemini full moon. Yeah. So what's there for you?
I love it because when you are talking, I just see the cards in my inner eye, in my
Uh-huh.
inner mind. And I was like, oh yeah, I feel like that's the Seven of Cups. Confusion, lots going on. And we got the Seven of Cups.
Oh, wow.
So, so I mean, this is really the picture of it. We're coming from a place of reflection, introspection, with the Four of Swords, where we really had to take time to pause, and some of us do nothing, so you don't attach yourself to things and burst into something when you don't know exactly what you are doing yet. Yes, there's a look, and those are my brand new cards. I love them so
Oh,
much.
I love
And the
them. I love the
Sun
design.
card actually has all the planets in it, so I really, really love it.
Oh, they're
And
beautiful.
I feel like it's good to have this one when we're talking about astrology.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the sun definitely representing clarity. Clarity is here. It's a very big spark of energy that we're getting. But yes, there is the confusion all around it. So under the confusion, and then the message is this: you are still blind to exactly where you're going to be heading.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to be getting new ideas. We're going to be maybe getting new proposal, new downloads, but we are going to be still unsure of which way to go. So I think it's the time with the Two of Pentacles to maybe play with both sides of this and
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's still a period of juggling things. It's not a period of complete clarity. While the clarity is coming in because of Gemini, there is going to be confusion, a lot going on. I mean,
Mm.
it's also first week of December. I mean, have you seen how much people are going everywhere at the moment, getting organized for Christmas.
That's
So
so
it's
true.
crazy, like yeah, and yeah, like so I get it. I understand. While we are all happy and shining because of the sun, there are people everywhere. There's
Yeah.
heaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so yeah, pay attention, watch what you're saying and to what you're saying because of the Two of Swords. Sometimes we tend to say things. Oh, and there's a full moon behind the Two of Swords. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
There's the full moon. So while the full moon represents usually clarity, in this case, I feel like we're not gonna have the full clarity of it.
Yeah,
So just watch who you're sharing things with because they're not
definitely.
gonna see it the same way you do. Um,
Mm.
so you might wanna pick and choose who you're sharing whatever you wanna talk about with.
Mm. Mm.
Um, yeah, then we are getting as a summary. Yeah, I feel again the King of Cups is the master, the emotional master. So there's going to be a situation where you really need to master your feeling and emotions,
Mhm.
because we might be feeling like, yeah, I can share this, I can do this. Um, but yeah, overall, it's going to be an interesting week.
It is. It is. I'm also actually excited about this week because after the Scorpio season, I'm like, I can do with some Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius energy. It's very much who I am as a person as well because Sagittarians and Aquarians go along very well. But let's come to week two, which is from December 8 to December 14. So now, after last week, Mercury and Saturn went direct. Neptune goes direct in Pisces. Again, like Saturn went direct in Pisces too. And Mercury enters Sagittarius after Sun entered last week and Venus entered this week. Now Mercury enters Sagittarius this week. In next week means week two. And Mars and Neptune are squaring each other. So what it is? So start with December 10, Neptune stations direct at the last degree of Pisces. This is the final degree. It is, I would say it's like a emotional washing machine. It's finally on its last spin because in our lifetimes, we are not going to have Neptune and Saturn in Pisces again. So this is the last time in our lives these two planets move forward together in Pisces. I mean, Saturn is going to come back again in Pisces, but these two planets moving together in Pisces is not going to happen in our lifetime. So Neptune is saying, let's dissolve the illusion you are still holding on to, which you have been holding on to for a while now. And Saturn says, yes, we have to dissolve this illusion, but let's do it responsibly, right? So the soul strategy, this is the blueprint of your next chapter, emerging from the fog dream, because now Neptune is going to go into Aries. So it was in for a long time in Pisces. So it's like you are emerging from the fog, the intuition, the dream, the grief, and the memory of it. And again, like full moon, I said, you don't need to figure it out. You just need to listen. You don't want the whole thing now. You will might have that urge. I want to know everything now because you are feeling that, oh, I'm getting out of the fog. It's not the same thing. I'm different. I want to know everything what the universe has planned for me. For that, you have to listen one step at a time. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Right? You might feel as the Neptune goes direct that something has healed in you. The memories might resurface. Dreams might have some messages because this is dissolving before the becoming. So becoming will happen next year. So it's like everything is dissolving and it's the last time. So the Neptune really want you to dissolve everything which has started and which has started change. And then Mercury enters into Sagittarius, and then your mind will, because Mercury, though it went direct last week, but it also enters Sagittarius and it is coming out of the shadow of retrograde period. So, as you know, Sagittarius is the bold, humorous, excitable energy. So suddenly your mind will also feel light again, right? So it's like this window opens, after months of being shut. It's the same energy like week one, right? So you might feel that, oh, well, I know the entire personal philosophy in one paragraph, why all that happened in that last year. I know everything, right? You might feel that way. Oh, Sagittarius energy, big picture. I know what's the philosophy and what's the reasoning behind it. Because you will want big adventure, big ideas, learning. You feel that you have the bigger picture. But again, like I said in week 1, don't get too comfortable because Mars in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces on December 14, which can be a bit of a test for you, December 14, because Mars in Sagittarius wants freedom, though it's heavy with all the ideas, philosophical ideas. But when it is squaring Neptune, this fire meets your fog. So your desire of Mars meets your doubt, your action meets your illusion. So Mars says, I know, I have the direction. Neptune says, well, you're not ready to choose yet. So you might feel a bit confused, drained, emotional. You might start questioning your purpose because you thought, oh, the clarity was here, but what happened? Why am I confused so much? It's like, I would say this is like a spiritual fine tuning because the universe is asking, well, you think that you have the clarity, but is it really clear for you? Are you chasing a fantasy or you're following a calling? You know, you can't run on fantasy anymore. You need truth. It's like a pause with all that excitement. Universe again wants you to pause. It's like a spiritual detox, which might happen for you in that week. So I would say week 2 with Neptune direct, Mercury retrograde, it does lift old confusion for you, like the week 1, but also test your clarity because sometimes we feel that, oh, we have the clarity, but well, you really do? The universe is saying you, because once we are really clear, then only we'll take that, we will take that route. Otherwise, we'll not. So the universe is again testing and saying, well, you say you had clarity, but are you really ready to follow it through? So that is week 2 for you. And I see that you have uh, laid some cards there.
Yeah, okay. So this is the advice we are getting for week 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are in need of making choices, you have to make sure they're coming from your heart, not your head, first of all. And if you have already done this kind of work, then it's the time to put it into action because of the Lover's card. We're also getting the equivalent of the Lover cards on the Two of Cups. So I feel like making decisions based on what's in your heart and what's best for yourself and keeping you healthy, it's what you gotta do. At the same time, we're being asked to stay grounded for week 2. And again, we're getting the Four of Swords. So if you need take time to off and to reflect and to ponder, please do that because there is more that needs to come to the surface with the four. Okay, hence stay grounded, ground yourself, make sure that you do take actions that keep you um, keep you stable and in the reality we are, okay, and they're connected with your health and rest and ponder. Because again, what they're saying to you is there is going to be a period of renewal. We're going to be moving with the Five of Pentacles. It's like we're still not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but please know you are supported. It is a time of renewal. We're leaving behind what was. However, the Chariot is also saying to us, yes, have everything ready, but it's not time to move yet.
Mm. Mm.
Okay? Or know that if you're moving now, you really have to put in a lot of hard work to achieve it because of the Chariot.
Mm.
Yeah, like a beautiful card. So I feel like again the second week of December is asking you to stay balanced in all your endeavors and to know your worth, to know where you're coming from because of the Ten of Pentacles, knowing that you have all the skills and abilities and you know a lot, you have a lot in your treasure chest. that you need to do things and make decisions and move that week, being in balance with yourself and what's around you. And I love it because we're pretty much getting the balance card, the duality, the tools in the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Justice.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. It's like, suddenly when you get clarity, you just act too fast. So it's wanting you to reflect a little bit before you jump into conclusions and think that you know everything about 10 step ahead, where you're going. So this can happen. Like it has happened so many times with me. Like I see one synchronicity happen. I see one step. So universe shows me one step, and I already know what 10 steps are. And then after I take the first step, universe asks me to change the direction. I'm like, no, but you said this step, and I know what the outcome of this step is. So that can really happen when you suddenly get the clarity, when you are being shown the first step and you think that you know, because then you know from your mind the 10 steps and where you are being directed, which is not the case. Anyways, coming back to week 3, which is December 15 to 21. And so, as I said, first 2 weeks are quite Sagittarian because everything is moving into Sagittarians, all our personal planets there. So the last 2 weeks are Capricorn, and we all know Capricorn season. Capricorn is about stability, is about commitment, is about, uh, it is like a billy goat heading, a mountain goat heading forward. So Mars enters Capricorn. It was in Sagittarius before. It enters Capricorn. So now the sky is getting serious from this excited energy. So sky is like, oh, it's Capricorn. So Mars in Capricorn is exaltation. And if I say Mars in Sagittarius is this teenager on a skateboard with a big vision, Mars in Capricorn has a plan. It is the blueprint, the climb, the commitment it needs to build something that lasts. So think about it from a skateboard, a teenager with a skateboard with a big vision, to a CEO with a clipboard is a Mars in Capricorn, right? So Mars in Capricorn is saying, okay, enough teenager, now let's build the thing. And honestly, with all that is happening, it's quite refreshing because after months of mental fog and notes pressing us to choose, and Neptune is dissolving the illusion, Mars, it's really a good change of all these planets moving to Capricorn because Mars is saying in Capricorn, now let it make it real, right? Stop dreaming and start doing the things. And then on December 20th, we have new moon in Sagittarius, which is last degree of Sagittarius. Now you'll think, oh, you were saying Capricorn, and you're saying again the new moon is in Sagittarius. Well, it's like now Capricorn because is a sign which slows down things. It wants a clear structure to move forward, but you need that visionary spark. So the new moon in Sagittarians is like a last fire moon of this year. So it's like, think about it. I don't like the words last, but I think about it like this before the end of this year. It's like this spark or a vision or a last whisper from the part of you that wants a bigger life. So new moons are beginnings, right? It is squaring Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So there can be a cosmic tension in this new moon. So you are dreaming big. Mars is in Capricorn. Is what is the plan now? And Neptune saying, I want a new book beginning. I can't wait. But then you are confused. Wait, but Mars is saying, I don't have a structure. Neptune is saying, I don't know if I trust my intuition. And Saturn is saying, I'm just too tired, I need a nap. So it can be a very confusing energy, this new moon. So the new moon is asking what beliefs have expired, what vision is you're really ready to evolve. It's not like you're making a fresh start in this new moon. You can think that, oh, it's like is there a new vision or it's like something new going to come in this new moon? No, it's like a consequential start. So this reality, which you have been thinking, or you might in this new moon feel that, oh, well, I have this idea and now I know how to structure this. But this reality is demanding boundaries with you. You know, your vision is expanding, you might feel, but your foundation is needing some clarity. You know, it's like the growing up of your of yourself after that all the fogginess. It's like, what have you learned? So your nervous system is also needing some safety. So all these philosophical ideas which you get in new moon, it meets the clarity. So I would say it's the, as I say, I don't like the last word, but for this year at least, this is the last chance to plant Sagittarian seed before the universe jump into Capricorn's mountain climbing energy, like reality shaping energy. Because Capricorn can be, as I said, it's a very grounding energy. It's not like a big visionary thinking. It's like, oh well, okay, I know now the plan. Now let's put the structure, put the boundaries. So before that, it's like the Sagittarius new moon energy. It's like, okay, but what is the dream again? What big dream keep tapping my shoulders, you know? If I removed all these fear, practicality, and timelines, which is a Capricornian energy, what direction would I? Because Capricorn can also give fear because Capricorns don't like jumping. It's like this mountain goat slowly climbing, right? We both know it. So Capricorn is saying, well, if you remove all the fear and practicality in this new moon, what direction would you want to take? What future version of you is asking you to be born right now, right? What is the deeper meaning of that purpose? What is the truth about your path, which is like impossible for you to ignore? So before Capricorn, this is the last new moon seed. And that's where I feel that's the energy of this week 3, you know, what we are going to build. So that's for me, week 3, where action is getting serious, turning big dreams into strategies. So what do you have?
Okay, we're definitely going to feel like the the ground underneath us is going to rock somehow because we are getting the King of Pentacles
Mm-hmm.
upside down. So I feel like we're going to be feeling like I cannot do this. I cannot do it. But please remember that you made it so far. So you did it. So don't doubt yourself and your abilities and everything that brought you to the to now. Okay? So don't do that. I feel like again we're being asked to, because of the chariot, to, yes, work on your plan. Just start putting some ideas, some whatever it is that you want for the next year, or whatever project you have or vision you have. Start working on it. Don't procrastinate. There you go. It might not, that's the other thing. It might not be exactly how it's going to be rolled out, but don't allow the doubts and the King of Pentacles coming in reverse stop you. Because again, they're then reminding you, you need to keep your emotions and feelings that are holding you back in check. Um, Seven of Pentacles, yes. If you're feeling doubts, remember to start still planting the seeds and then see what grows. Because then I'm getting, if you do plant the seed and grows, with the king, the Knight of Pentacles. I love that we're talking about Capricorn entering in the third week. And Capricorn is an earth sign, and we're getting one, two, three earth cards out of 7. So it's pretty,
Yeah,
and also the
grounding.
Emperor. So I mean, it's really earthy. It's we're starting to feel we need to really look at the reality. But they're saying to you, start planting your seed because slowly, slowly they'll grow, and you'll see them growing, and that's when you're gonna start feeling mentally more light. Okay, they're still reminding you whatever. Oh, see, look, all the moon season on this card. Look how beautiful. Uh,
Beautiful. Yeah, really good card.
remember, whatever you are planning to do needs to come from here, not here. So put the love you have in the things you want to do. So again, do what you love and love what you do. And then you see that growing. That the growth will be fast. But you need to start planting the seed despite you feeling like you cannot do it.
Mm, mm,
Okay. If you feel like you cannot do it, because it might not be all of us.
mm,
Again, whatever you are saying, and be that it also depends on your personal birth chart. Remember, if you're feeling down and you're feeling like you cannot do it, don't go anyway. Go anyway with your ideas, your plans, your dreams, and start planting the seeds because I feel like, based on what Amrita says, you will be getting a glimpse of what's possible. Not everything is an illusion and a dream. Okay, Neptune will cast doubts, but still trust your intuition because if it's coming from your heart, then some of it or something like that, it's possible.
mm.
I know exactly what you envision, but it's going to be something like that or better.
Yeah, yeah. And that's really interesting because the cards are showing what I've been like, what is the guidance, like planting the seeds, because procrastination can be a thing with all that confused energy, and it can get very draining and nothing starts. That's procrastination because you're thinking about like 10 things and you don't really start. And I know how it feels. We all have been there and done that. Procrastination is a very common thing which we all do. Um, so moving on for week 4, the Christmas season, I guess it's the Christmas season. So it's going to be a very light holiday season. It's universe is really kind on us because yes, Venus enters Capricorn. That's the only thing which is there in week 4. So on December 24, the Christmas Eve, Venus enters Capricorn. So the love, everything gets serious. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a holiday season, you can't have fun, but just things become, you will, because it's a family time, you like the family bond. So commitments are going to get real, money gets serious. So you will not want fireworks more than you want some kind of foundation. I want to build something that would be the thing. Your boundaries, because with the family, well, you need the boundaries too. So boundaries become sacred. Love become more practical, devotional, intentional, and both Mars, Venus, everything is in Capricorn by the end of the month. So many of us will have the clarity, structure, and alignment which will be hoping for. So Venus, I would say that this uh, season, there's not many crazy alignments happening in this month, and in week 4, there's not much. We will feel for this last week some sort of peace, right? Because not that we can't control these things, but because we finally feel that some sort of peace in us in week 4. So it's like it's closing with a sober magic, you know, where Sagittarius new moon is gifting us the vision, but Capricorn season is demanding that kind of commitment. Because Capricorn, that's the thing, Capricorn energy is not a serious energy. It's a more grounded energy. A lot of people say when they come in contact with Capricorns, they feel more grounded because it's not a scattered energy, right? And that is also a peaceful energy. So that's what the week 4 looks like with a lot of Capricornian energy. So I would say December is ending like a story where the main character finally knows what they want and they understand their value. Like they have been to the forest and then all that. But now they know that they are the hero of their own story and they are no longer apologizing to be for it to be a hero, right? You know how the story starts, all the stories where they're apologizing for them being them. But now finally December is ending with that, you know. Um, I believe in myself. I believe in my journey. That's the end of the month, right? That is stripping illusions, clarifying the truth, dissolving in us what's false, and building what's real. Um, yeah. So that's December week 4. What's there? Just sounds good. Like after a long time, this week sounds really good.
Yeah, we
Jesus Christ is coming with some gifts for us.
definitely need a break. I do.
You all do.
Well, they're saying definitely celebration time. It's celebration time. Last week is celebration time. It's time to be happy and share and get together. Celebration time, family time. So make the most of it, guys. The star, I mean, stay positive and hopeful. Oh, wow, the Nine of Swords in reverse. You know that you're not gonna have anything to worry about, like
Wow.
honestly, when you started talking, Amvita, I said in December no one gives a F because you said, you know what? I'm just gonna go have fun. Who cares?
And like, look at that. The
That's what I
astrology,
wanted to say,
you were
like.
feeling that way, and the astrology is also like after all this year, suddenly December is so empty,
Like
like
who
there's not
cares
many
anymore,
no Uranian, Neptunian,
that's
Plutonian
right.
energies, and I'm like, wow, like the
Um,
universe do listen to us.
yeah, okay. So while we're having this energy of who cares, there's really nothing to worry about. Let me spend family time, but also feel like it's a time where because you are less worried, you might start putting in the foundation for what you want to build next
Mm.
on the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. However, please know that um, the Eight of Pentacles comes upright, but the Queen of Pentacles, which is usually represents the Capricorn woman, it's
Wow.
upside down. So I feel like work on whatever you are looking at as much as you can. But I feel like some of us will still feel not 100%, not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so but the energy is there. So do as much as you can. It does not have to be perfect. Again, the Eight of Pentacles, it's usually the perfectionist.
Mm.
But I'm saying to you again, if then perfectionism is another procrastination word. It's
Definitely.
equal of it. So just
Definitely.
do as much as you can based on the energy you have. Don't worry too much about how it's gonna look like because the
Yeah.
full picture will come at some point.
Yeah.
Um, it's going to be again, I love it because in the last week of December, we are going to be offered an opportunity that we are not expecting that
Mm-hmm.
will again will be there to help us become who we are really meant to become because of the King of Cups.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. That's a really good card for the
It is
last week.
cards, so make the most of it. Like go on the energy of the festive seasons, like really anchor those feelings. Okay, and when you are feeling like this, upside down, maybe go back and think about those to lift yourself up a bit.
At the end of December, you're not the same person as you were when the year started, really. A lot happened this year. And you will, as you were saying, that yes, you don't have the entire picture, but this is just the beginning. It is not just this beginning, but it's like you have a new understanding about your purpose, what your purpose is. You will feel some endings, but it's like completion. Don't see it as endings. It's like not just hope or of a vision, but there's a direction you will get. So it is like the starting of a um, new beginning, and heading towards your soul purpose. So I would say December, with your heart, your courage, and your story, you get to choose the way forward. Like, wherever your energy is, you are choosing your story, and the universe is with you in December with all that Capricorn energy, which is, out there ready to make a difference in the world.
I wanted to pull just a summary of what also I asked if there was anything else for us, and that's what
Mhm.
they're coming up with. So the first card is the Two of Cups, which again represents making sure that you spend time doing things that you love for yourself. You put yourself first because the Two of Cups not that doesn't just represent being with someone that we love, but also make sure that you do have love for yourself. So do take time to do things for you. Okay. Now they're definitely saying make sure that you're not overdoing things.
Mhm.
Give out as much as you're receiving. Yeah. And if you decide that you want to do 1,000 things, make sure that you are happy with doing 1,000 things. You're not doing it for others, you're doing it for yourself. And then take time to rest because there is in the rest time there is rejuvenation, but that's when more ideas come to the surface.
Mhm. And that
So
has been that has been this year message, like valuing your worth and valuing yourself and valuing what you need instead of overdoing for others and forgetting yourself. So this has been, I guess, the constant theme of the entire year. I feel like, reflecting back, I feel every year we were talking about valuing yourself, in this. And for me, definitely that has changed drastically. Like, how much I valued myself in January and what I am now is like two different people, really.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Mm, okay. Thank
Okay,
you
that's
so
all
much.
from us for the month of December. Now, if any of you is interested in having their sun chart for 2026, please feel free to email Anvita. She's very good at it.
Solar return
Kind of,
chart. Yeah.
yeah, solar return, apologies. Solar return chart. Do you want to talk a bit more about what that looks
That's the
like?
chart. So solar return chart is what your year is going to look like, your alignment, and what will be your focus for that year. So as you can align your energy for that year, and you can live your fullest potential in that year. So it's like it is done for your date of birth. So if you're January, February, March, you know, born, so it is like what were your alignments on your date of birth, and that is how your year looks like going forward. Yeah.
Beautiful. And if any of you is interested in a tarot reading or a Reiki session or coaching session, please feel free to reach out. And if anyone of you is interested in a yearly reading for 2026, I can offer that as well. Otherwise, I guess Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
New
Christmas.
Year
See
because
you
I
in
don't know
January.
if we're gonna see you before then. I don't, Amira and I haven't discussed if when we'll be doing the January video yet. So, bye for now and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Take care.